So
I'm coming to y'all today making a video about what it was like for me working at an MSP and why I feel like you should work at an MSP for your first IT job. So, I worked at two different MSPs. My first one, I was a network technician. I worked for this company. I'm not going to throw the name out there, but I worked for this company as a network tech, and I was there for about a year. Great company, great people. I truly enjoyed that job and the people that I worked with. But from like an experience standpoint, uh, working at an MSP is going to, in my honest opinion, it's going to increase your experience and your skills tenfold. I kind of look at it like this: in MSP, what you learn from 1 year in an MSP, it's going to, I will multiply that times three when it comes to an enterprise environment. The only reason why I say that is because when you work at an MSP, it's not just one company's environment that you're looking at. You're looking at, I think at that job we work with, I think 25 different companies, 25 different companies, 25 different environments, over, I think it was over 1,000 different endpoints. So every day when I was working there, it was always something new. It was always something to be done, and there was always work, and somebody always needed something. So when I worked that network technician job, I was able to touch firewalls, switches, routers. I still did the help desk work with the password resets, creating Active Directory users, all that good stuff, setting up Active Directory domains. I still did all that good stuff, but I was also able to get more onto the cyber side as well. I was able to get into Sentinel One. That was my first experience interacting with Microsoft and Microsoft Secure Score and configuring clients with Microsoft 365 baselines and trying to increase their secure scores to make them more as secure as possible. But yeah, I worked that network tech job for like a year, and it was an amazing experience. Um, I would recommend you starting at an MSP. Before I started my current job, before this one, I was a security analyst at another MSP. This was a bigger MSP. We had about 40 clients and about 1,600 endpoints. And yeah, um, I was the solo security analyst. So there wasn't necessarily a security team. And I owned the entire security function. So anything security related, I did the incident responding, I did the patching, I did the vulnerability management, I did the email security and administration. What else did I do? I kind of did architecture work. Again, touching Microsoft Secure Scores, configuring proof points, senders, configuring MX records. What else did I do? I did compliance as well. That's one thing that I truly never thought I was going to touch because usually you have a set team for compliance, or usually leadership wants to leave compliance up to themselves. But no, I got to do CMMC, I got to do SOC 2, I got to do, I believe it was CIS control benchmarking, when we did a gap assessment for one of our clients, because they won a specific contract that needed it. And um, yeah, that experience from that MSP role, when I interviewed for my current job, I blew those guys out the water, to at least to say the least, because of my experiences and what I was able to touch and what I
and kind of like to give more reasoning behind that. So I feel like earlier in your career, you should focus more on breadth than you should depth. Um, Me personally, I would rather you go a mile wide than go 50 feet deep, unless you know what you want to specialize in, starting out in your career. Like if you know for sure you want to be an email security engineer, or you want to pen test, you want to be vulnerability management, or if you know specifically what you want to do, then I'd say focus on that. But to me, I feel like earlier in your career, especially in your IT career, you should really focus on touching as much as you can. Being able to explain the different experiences that you have, being able to say that, harp on that you touch different technologies. I feel like, at least for me in my career, I feel like that helped me more than if I would have specialized early. Specialization is great, but I feel like specialization could honestly wait until you're a few years into your career. Because let's say you specialize early and you're doing all these home labs. Um, yeah, you're doing all these home labs. You're taking the time to apply to this job. You only know one thing. Um, you're going to be great. You're going to be amazing at that one thing. But when it comes to relating that one thing to other technologies, you might not have the same experiences that you would have if you were to kind of engulf yourself in everything. So, in my honest opinion, early in your career, touch whatever you can because it's going to help you later in your career. And I'm starting to realize as I gain more experience and I go further into my roles, everything relates to each other. Like in my current position, currently, as you all may know, identity is like the number one compromise vector that a lot of these businesses go through. In order to get to identity, a lot of businesses use email. So if you can compromise somebody's email, then you could compromise their identity, especially if they're like a high ranking person or VIP within your organization. Then it kind of trickles down from the bottom. So honestly, starting out, just a quick overview. I will work at an MSP. If I had to start over, I would start at an MSP again. I wouldn't start in an enterprise environment because I feel like enterprise environments limit you. And MSPs build a great solid foundation if you could find you a good MSP. So go get that MSP job. No matter what everybody may say, yeah, it's hectic, yeah, it's crazy, yeah, sometimes they can't be the best work environments. But in terms of leveling up yourself and your skills, that MSP job, I promise you, is going to help you, at least for me, a ton more than that enterprise environment. I hope y'all boys have a good day, boys and girls, just in case. And y'all take care. Love y'all.